Hey, what's going on, guys? So long story short, I put my old internals back in that Shock Tech, got it going, and was having a real hard time with the lug skipping again, except I found it actually was a lug skip too. Changed out the sear spring, and I had to make it so stiff that I didn't like it anymore. So here's what I came up with. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to stand up, I guess. Here's what was in there. I don't know if I'm trying to make the camera zoom in. Like, really a nice, a nice lug. Totally rounded. God darn. Nice not for this application. Here's the other one I had when I swapped everything around. I had it going all right again. Jeez, come on here. She's a little ugly. It was all gooped up and rusted up a little bit. I wiped it. I didn't do anything else. Try to get another one of this. So I really like these for my pumps too. They're awesome in a slider, but whatever. Okay. So I'm just going to quick run down what I think I need to do. I want something in between the two. So basically I'm just going to show you guys. I'll do a real quick video on how I'm going to do this one. Here's my little assortment of sandpaper. I start with 100. I went right away to, let's see, should have some 220 in there somewhere. Yep. 100 to 220 to 400 to 600 to I think I got 1,000. I wasn't going to get crazy. I was going to go up to 1,000 I think today. But anyways, let's just do it real quick. So I'm going to get pretty aggressive. I'm going to start with 100 because I do actually want to shape it a little bit. I want a rounded lug, but I don't want it obviously 100% rounded. So I've just been putting them in there like this. This is 100 grit. And I'm not going to get, excuse me, crazy on this one. So I've only got a few minutes, but if nothing else, like what I've found is that I like a slightly rounded lug, and my quality of my trigger pull is really dictated by the smoothness of this surface where the sear rides, and obviously then the correlating surface on the sear. If those are both perfectly smooth, you can deal with considerably more spring tension and or a more aggressive edge on your lug. I guess is how I'm looking at it. So if nothing else, I recommend taking out your lug and just polishing the crap out of it. Start with like a 200. You can just work your way up to 1,000, work up to 2,000 if you really want to get like glass. So as you can see already, I didn't shape it a whole lot, but I really got all the corrosion and stuff is gone already. 100 grit is pretty aggressive. You want to try not to get into the threads too much. You don't want to like goof your threads up at all, because the next thing you know you'll have a goofy issue when you go to put it back in. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do with the 100. I think today I'm not going to shape it a whole lot for this video. I think I'm really... I got 50 on the garages, which I should have grabbed. But we're just going to go to the 220 right away. I'm just going to show you guys how I roll here. Nothing fancy. I'm not going to do any power equipment on this. I got the Dremel here in case at the very end I want to show you how you can just zing it up a little extra special. But really, this is what I do. And I think I can do them in, and I don't know. I guess we'll see how long this video takes. I try to do them in, I guess it usually takes me 15 minutes or something, but we'll speed it up a little bit for this one. Yep. Gotta get a little bit of that. Make sure that's good, yeah. I kind of like doing it in my hand like this too, because I think that when I push in on it, it dents into my hand and it gives it a uniform edge. I don't think I have any flat spots or anything when I do it this way, so. Whoops. Alright. See, my real trick is, yeah, I use my teeth on all my stuff I polish, like my valve stems and all that. Anything I polish I can get in my teeth. Sounds funny, but that's what I do because it seems the most sensitive. Alright, we're just going to go right on to 400. I can feel the grit, you know what I mean? It's like when you're eating a potato and you get a piece of sand in your mouth. It's kind of the same concept here. So when I put it between my teeth and it's perfectly smooth, I know it's good now. It's done, you know. I don't recommend doing that, I guess, but that's how Big Joe does it. So we're just moving on to 400. I mean, really, this is just a kind of an informative video. I feel like some of you guys might be intimidated to do this stuff, and it's so minor. They make such big differences, these little tricks, and it really is just so minor, but I think nobody takes the time. I think a lot of guys are intimidated. You just don't need to be. So, whoop, oh, see, that's it. Don't drop it on the floor. Joe likes to do that too. Try to get in here like this. You know, if you want to get fancy, you can attach this to a Dremel. You know, secure this to your Dremel somehow, and really get a nice thing going there. For today's stuff, we're not going to do it though. Looking good. Another minute here. That's still just a 400. And a side note too, I just started buying this kind of like sandpaper 3M stuff. It says lasts 10 times longer. It's real flexible when it's brand new, even like rubbery. It's rips, it's fine. I do think it lasts a lot better. I think when I do wet sanding, I think that really helps it a lot. Speaking of which, when I move up to this 600 here, I'm just going to use a little water, which I don't have, so we'll just use a little spittle. You don't need much. I don't think you do. You can do that. Like this will just be a quick short one here we're going to do, but I guarantee you this will improve the trigger pull on this lug 50%. Everything else in that setup is polished now, and the pull is actually incredible. I'm really, really happy. I learned a lot in the last couple months about slider tuning, and the biggest thing is, bigger than anything, is obviously springing. I think followed by a roller, followed by polishing your plate and all your adjustment screws, your sear, your lug. I mean, it's really a combo deal. It's almost all or nothing, you know. So I'm willing to give up a little bit of butteriness, let's call it, on my trigger pull for complete reliability. It's going to be smooth, but you're just going to feel a little break now where the sear is, unless I round this more, which in the long run I will, but for the video today, this is what we're doing. Alright, we're just going to move right on to 1,000. I mean, you can get crazy, but boy, once you've gone through the first couple layers, it just works out. It turns into glass real fast. So this is it. Hope you guys aren't offended by my spit on my sandpaper, but I ain't got time. Just dropped the kids off. Gotta get ready for work, but I wanted to do this anyways. So, like I said, I would go back probably, and I probably will still do it because that's how I'm gonna really want it. But and go with excuse me, I gotta get the fiber here. Put out just a little bit more of a rounded edge on the lug. I don't want to round it as much as the other one was rounded, obviously, because I think that's contributing to my problem. But sorry, guys, it's a hastily made video. You guys gotta deal with it. All right, so that's up to 1,000 grit, and it's smooth. It's almost like glass. So if you want to get crazy, here's what I do. Q-tips, I keep Q-tips around just for this a lot. A little bit of that Blue Magic on there, and do this. Make sure you got some decent ventilation, guys, for this stuff. And I'll do it just a little bit by hand first. And if I got the Dremel handy, man, I'll put just like, you can't even see it, but that's like the most minute amount is how I start. And I just go, guys probably have safety glasses on, but the beer in my system usually dilutes any foreign material in my eyes, so we're good. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, rotate it a little. I mean, really where you want to get it is the edges and on the sides where the sear, right where it sits when as you're beginning to pull the trigger, you want that all just like glass. There you go. The quality of the trigger pull is unreal after you've done all this. After you've gone through and done a whole, it changed my whole view on sliders. I'll try to get a gall darn little close up for you. I don't know if it'll work or not, but that's what we're looking at, like glass. Now, these are just unpolished stuff over here, but you add that to a roller, you know. Well, this is a plate I did polish. It looks like it's like the one I might have made, but if you use a roller sear, and like, I don't know if you can tell how perfect the polish is on that ramp there. But if you polish that ramp, just polish everything, man. Don't be afraid to polish everything. Just don't, you can't hurt it. Just use light sandpaper. And then on your sear, picture it sitting like this, I guess. Your sear, you want to polish your sear right here too. I polish all the edges. I don't want to round that, but you want it glass smooth. And like, I can already tell it's nice. But yeah, polish that too. Man, I'm sorry for the blurry videos, guys. That's about it though, alright? Yeah, so whatever grit sandpaper you want, for as rough as you need for how bad a shape your lug is in, or if you want to shape it a little bit, work your way up to, honestly, I'll do this again and I'll shape it a little more, and I'll go off the 2000 grit and I'll polish it again, just because, and it's going to be sweet. This right here is actually, this would be amazing right here even, so. Alright guys, I got to put this back together and head out for work, so have a good Thursday. Friday's almost here, and then thank God it's the weekend, huh? Alright, take her easy.